All right, hello, Math Woman here, coming to ya because Miss Critt, your teacher, showed me your papers from Unit 2, and we have a lot of things we need to talk about here. So let's look at, I wrote down some ideas after I looked through your papers of things we need to discuss. So Miss Critt might even pause the video to see what you guys have to say here. So what I saw on some papers as I'm looking through addition and subtraction was they set up this problem, 76 minus 302. They set it up like that. What is wrong with that picture? Okay, pause the video, talk about it. What's wrong with it? Alright, I'm going to start in. The place values are not even set up right. This is a ones. This is a tens. I should not be having those set up in that way. The 6 would need to be with the 2. So that would mean it should look like this. But then, I'd still tell you, it's not set up right. Why? This one has more digits. It has 3 digits than this one. So if it has more digits, it goes on the top. Okay, so that's something I needed to cover first. Now let's look into this problem. Some people chose to just come up with their own method when they're subtracting. For example, 2 minus 6. 2 minus 6, you guys. If I have $2 and I'm going to give away $6, can I? No, I don't have $6 to give. I can give away 2, but then I would still owe $4. This answer is actually negative. So meaning that is not going to give me the same answer as 6 minus 2. Because if I have $6 and I give away $2, can I do that? Yeah, and I would have 4 left. Okay? So subtraction is not commutative. You cannot switch it around. You're going to get different answers. Meaning right here, I can't do that subtraction without getting a negative number. So I'm going to have to regroup. Now, some of you chose to not regroup, and you're just like, can't do it, alright, 0. Oh, can't do that, 0. So I end up with 300. What? So you just made up your own method, and if I look at your answer, it's not even reasonable, because I have 302, I'm supposed to take away 76. There's no way that I'm going to be left with 300. Okay? So that's not even reasonable. So definitely here, some regrouping needs to happen. Okay, now, if I look at some other things that happened out there, reasonableness. The reason we ask you, is it reasonable, or estimate for me, is because when you do your subtraction, you need to be able to look at it and say, do I think I did that right? Does it seem right? If not, you need to redo the problem. Okay? So take a look at this one. 938, maybe write this one out with me. Try it with me. Okay? 938, 1,487, and 8,947. Okay? I'm going to say, if you wrote these 3 numbers out, do not do the addition yet. I'm going to show you an answer. So, this is what we got here. Okay? What are you thinking? Do you think this seems reasonable? Look through that number. Does that answer seem reasonable? Okay, for me, when I'm thinking about reasonableness, I'm looking at this number and I'm making it nicer for myself to work with. So I'm going to take that number and make it 9,000. I'm going to take this number in my brain. I'm doing this all mentally. And I'm going to say that's about 1,500. Okay, I'm going to the closest, whatever. And then here, 938, that's about 1,000. So here in my brain, as I was computing this to see if that was reasonable, this is called math talk, what we're doing right here, talking about it. I'm at, and this is really easy for me to add in my head, 11,500. And you guys, I moved these all up in the world. They all became a greater number than what they were. So my estimate is actually greater than what the actual answer should be. So this answer is not reasonable because it's way off of my already estimated answer that was above the original answer, or the actual answer. Meaning, oh my gosh, something's not right, so I need to redo it. So some of you just erase and start over. That's hard. I would get a new paper and rewrite this entire problem out. Rewrite it. Don't just erase and start over. Go to another sheet of paper. Just clear your mind and start over. Okay? All right, something else we need to talk about. How about something like this? You guys run into, as I was looking through your worksheets, problems that are multiple choice. So then you're like, yes, no work needed. Probably there is work that needs to be done, okay? Yeah, I know, it takes time, but you gotta do it. For example, look at this one, 1,667 minus 763. And my multiple choice answers, one of them's 840, next one's 894, 904, and 940. These are all kind of around the same, within 100 of each other. And when I look at this problem, I don't necessarily know what's it closer to, just off the top of my head trying to do it mentally. Meaning I'm going to have to set it up. And which one's going to go on the top? Because we talked about it earlier. This one has 4 digits. That is more than this. So it's going to go on the top. And then the 763, now I need to place it correctly under the correct place value. This is 3 ones, 6 tens, and 7 hundreds. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do a subtraction with you. The 7 minus 3, we can do that, that's 4. 6 minus 6, we can do that, that's 0. This is so nice. 6 minus 7, can't do that, so what should we do? Just put 0? No! Okay? I'm going to need to say, I can't do that, so I'm going to take from the thousands place. I'm going to take 1,000, so I don't have any thousands left. And I'm going to bring it over, so now I don't have 600s, I have 1,600. Okay? And I'm taking away 700s. And now I'm at 900. Okay? That gives me this answer choice. Now how can I check without subtraction that I actually got it right? Do you know? How can I check that 904 is correct without even doing any of the subtraction? Talk about that. What? Okay, how do you do it? Well, I would take this 904 and I would add it to 763 and see if I get 1,667. And if I do, yes, that would be my right answer. Okay? All right, another thing to cover, because I'm looking through all my notes on you guys, is that mental math for you didn't go well. Entire class, mental math, it was kind of tough. So either if it's asking you to compute it mentally, trying to do it without any work, you probably just need to do the work, okay? Because it didn't look okay. We need to go through some mental strategies on how to do those problems together. So one other thing. Let's look at this problem that pretty much no one knew how to explain. Okay? So here was the original math sentence. And you were supposed to rewrite it to make it easier to add. You're supposed to rewrite this thing to make it easier to add. Now I asked myself, well, why wouldn't this be an easy way to add? Do you know why? Why would this not be an easy way to add? There are parentheses right here, meaning I need to start and associate these numbers together first. 25 and 8. Can you do that quickly in your head? Well, some people could, okay? But most people probably not the greatest at doing that, so then I might rewrite it as, this means the same thing, as 52 plus 8 plus 25. Add those together first. Some people might like to add those together first, compared to these. Now this one, would that be simpler than this? I would say yes. And why? Because right here, 8 ones and 2 ones ends up giving me 10, which added to the 5 tens would give me 60. So I get a nice number to work with here in the tens. Instead of here, if you did that in your head correctly, you'd be at 33, okay, which isn't as nice to work with. So this I'm at 60, and then add on the 25, and I can easily compute that to be 85. So how could you rewrite it? To make it simpler, by making use of what's called the associative property, associating of addition, associating different numbers together so that I can do it more easily in my head. Okay? That is not as easy as this. But I'm going to arrive at the same answer. Okay? If you don't believe me, hold on, I just have to show you. 8 plus 25, that's 33, plus 52. I should get 85 also. And I do. Okay? It's just this way is going to be easier to do. Alright, is that all I wanted to tell you? Gosh. I had a couple more notes. Should I stop there? You might be saying yes, but I'm going to say no, because I will end on this one. Okay? And I promise, this will be my last one. Alright? So I have, what is the sum? There's another multiple choice problem. So I want you to figure out, would you have to do all the addition in this? Or could you just use your number sense and look through each answer choice and be like, I'm going to go with that one, just by using number sets, or would you have to add them all together? So here it was asking, what is the sum of 3,774, so go ahead and write this out, 3,774 plus 8,276 plus 102. And they had the answer choices of 1,251, an answer choice of 12,152, 13,052, and 102,152. I want you to think about, again, should I set this all up, set all the place values correctly, and add it up for myself? Or are there certain answer choices that I could eliminate and just get down to one of them to where I don't even have to add it? What are you thinking? I'm thinking right off the bat, when I look at this, I take a quick glance, I would throw out 2. I said 2 of those answer choices because they definitely are not right. I'm going to go with answer choice D is definitely not right. I look at this, I'm at about, 4,000. Here I'm at about 8,000. And then I'm at 100, about. This is in my brain. So I'm getting around 12,100, okay? And I rounded up on all of them. I rounded this one up. I rounded this one up. Or wait, no, I rounded that one down. I rounded it down by like 276. And then this one down by 2. Gosh, Miss Everly. Okay? So I'm at 12,100. So this is way off. That's way the heck up there. And this one, that's way too small. Okay? I need to be at around the 12,000 mark. So now I'm stuck between these. What are you thinking? Do we need to add? I got 12,100. Should I just go with this? If you are unsure at all, then you need to set up that addition, line it up, line up the place values, and just do it. Now, am I going to show this addition? Yes, because I want to show some strategies here. When I'm adding the ones, you guys, you can add in any order that you want. So if you don't like adding the 4 plus the 6 first, you could add the 4 and the 2 first. Remember, that's the commutative property. I can move things around. Doesn't matter. So 4 and 2, that's 6, plus the other 6, that'll give me 12. So I put the 2 down here, and I carry the 1. Some of you were carrying the wrong digit. Now if I go to my tens, now I have to think about what numbers do I want to add right away. Would you go 1 and 7 first, and